about the DCU. So, we got this news a few days ago, and the news was that there is a Deathstroke and a Bale and a Bane project. And Jerry, don't even say nothing. I know I said Bale. Just shut up. Okay, Christian Bale's on my mind. Pause for some reason. There's a Deathstroke and Bane movie in the works. So, uh, James Gunn and Peter Safran, they are both working on this project with Matthew Orton to develop the script. Now, Matthew Orton, he previously worked on Captain America Brave New World. He worked with a lot of the writing and all of that stuff. So, Jerry, how do you feel about a Deathstroke and Bane project being in the works?
I love it. They are two of my favorite Batman villains. And dude, like, I know a lot of people like to criticize Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, but it was iconic. It was epic. And Bane is one of the hardest villains in Batman, and so is Deathstroke. This is just going to be absolutely epic. A lot of people are theorizing that there are going to be other villains in this. Maybe, maybe not. I'm kind of hoping that it's just Deathstroke and Bane. I don't think that the spotlight should be shared beyond them. I just don't think that there's another, like, Deathstroke and Bane teaming up makes sense. Obviously, it could make sense, especially with, kind of an alternate version of the Secret Six. But I just think that Deathstroke and Bane working together is enough. They don't need to add any more. And I think that would be perfect. And I really, really hope there's some kind of scene with Santa Prisca, the prison that Bane was in. I mean,
you got to have that in there, dude. You have to.
You got to have it in there. And it just looks so cool in the comics. Like, if I were ever to go visit a prison, I would want it to look like that.
Yeah. So dumb. If I was to visit a prison, you crack me up. Oh God. Yeah, man. This, usually with villain stuff, I would get pissed off, but I mean, I actually am very happy about this, bro. But my theory, I guess, that I'm throwing out there, just in case if it's right, I can bask in this, is a little more different than yours, because what I've been kind of thinking of is that, I think that this is the perfect chance to put other characters from the Bat family in these projects, because I could see this being a close up on Bane and Deathstroke. But what if you get something with maybe Damian Wayne and Nightwing going up against them at the same time? I think it would be a very interesting and new and fresh way of doing villain led films, because you were giving the number one other side characters to a main character a chance to maybe be the hero or even be looked at as the opposition in a freaking story. But I think it would also be something really cool to help build out the universe and push the story forward about what's going on. But to have a hero in it, and we are seeing the hero from the villain's point of view, aka someone from the Bat family, I think that is just golden in my eyes.
So if someone else is going to take down Bane other than Batman, it would have to be either Nightwing or Damian Wayne Robin. No one else from the Bat family, I'm pretty sure, ever has. And Bane is just dude, he's just such a big deal. I'm so tired of the Bane disrespect. Get out of here. Bane is the man. Deathstroke is pretty savage too. So, this is the kind of movie. Listen, I hope, actually, I don't know if I want to see Nightwing take down Bane in this movie, but if there is any hero other than Batman, I would. And I'm a big Damian guy, but I just know the Nightwing action against either of these guys would be incredible. Phenomenal. And I love that. And I don't think this is a mistake. I think that James Gunn is thinking this way. I think he is picking villains, and I think he's making choices based on action and spectacle. I just do. And I think it's smart, because that's a big thing in these movies. A lot of creators overlook it. And, listen, I love James Gunn, but that's one of the things I think he also kind of overlooked in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I always hated that ending scene against Ronan being like the dance off from Footloose, but I always thought that was kind of silly. Like, bro, let's see an epic face off. But, James Gunn's made up for it, especially in Guardians 2
Oh, Guardians 3. Oh my god.
and 2.
That
The
battle was
final fight
crazy.
scene in Guardians 2 was also, but obviously Guardians 3 just takes the cake.
Yeah.
So listen, I think these things are important. There's another rant coming later on another DC villain. If you know me, you already probably know who I'm talking about. But listen, Deathstroke and Bane are incredible fighters. So this is a movie that the action and spectacle is guaranteed.
Exactly. And bro, I also like the possible buildup of, right, we're going to get Brave and the Bold, which is our introduction into Damian Wayne. And a lot of fans would assume that Batman's going to be the guy that Deathstroke and Bane go up against, coming from like a casual fan, you know what I mean? And for them to see like, oh, Batman sends his kids to go like handle his light work, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of cool, but then they think, but
I don't
hold
know
on.
if it's going to work out that way.
No, I'm just giving a potential thing. But like for a casual fan to see, oh, Deathstroke and Bane aren't light work. These are worthy characters to go toe to toe with Batman himself. And I think to involve, as I said, a Nightwing or and Robin, dude, I would be so ecstatic. But we shall see what happens. But regardless of if they're in it or not, I know that from a lore standpoint, I think it's going to be massive because there's so many avenues that you can go with both of these characters, and you can connect these two characters to a lot of things as well. And that's what I really liked. And I hate I'm bigging up this, but what I really liked about the Dark Knight Rises is how they connected Bane to the League of Shadows. Because like, I mean, coming from a fan, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I really wasn't expecting them to put that connection in there, and that connection basically made the whole relationship with Bane and Batman 10 times more deep than like it ever was. So I expect that movie to really dig deep into what, like, even if Batman is not in it, what about these characters connects them to Batman in such a deep way? And I'm excited to see that unfold on screen. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited, bro.
I just started rereading the Tom King Batman series. I'm already on like the 10th issue. I've ran through this.
You going crazy, bro. I love it.
Bro, I love that run. And, the Bane parts are crazy. And it's just like, they both had tragedy in their lives, in their upbringing. So, like, that's why that line, you were merely born in the dark. No, sorry, you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Like, it resonated so well, and it's still so iconic today. When I watched The Dark Knight Rises, I was a Batman fan, but like I didn't read comics at the point in time, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I knew of Bane because of Batman and Robin, and I was like, I'm glad to see that we're going to see like a real Bane and not like, I'm not going to use the word I was going to use because we'll get flagged, but just imagine a really offensive word. And that's the word I was going to use. That movie was just so bad. And I think The Dark Knight Rises did justice on Bane, but I'm happy to see him again. I definitely want to see a really comic accurate Bane. And Deathstroke, but the one thing is that Batman would never send Nightwing or Damian to fight either Deathstroke or Bane without him, because Batman is always like, it's too dangerous. I'm going to do it. You stay home. And then they end up there anyway.
Unless if he's somewhere else.
Yeah, but Batman is always takes the route opposite of putting the Bat family in danger. He never wants to put them at risk. He's always okay with putting himself at risk before them.
Yes, but I could see a possible thing where Nightwing and what's his name? Nightwing and Damian just go, dude. They don't care, bro. Like,
well that's what I'm saying.
Damian
they
don't
go anyway.
Damian doesn't give a darn, but
Batman won't send them there. That's the big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, they're there are some really cool. There's so many stories that I just hope to see play out in the DCU, and I really hope that. And this is kind of like something that I've always aspired for with Marvel.
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead. I'm hearing.
I hope that the DCU has multiple significant storylines going on at once. Like Marvel, sometimes they go off in tangents, but there's never a significant storyline that's taking place other than like for right now, it's the multiversal saga and like leading into the occurrence. They have all these random projects that like are inconsequential. Like it would be cool if some of them had a significant storyline that could lead to a crossover movie that isn't
Yeah.
necessarily an Avengers level event type of movie.